finally, we have estrogen. Okay, now any woman who's had a baby knows that when you are pregnant, your hormones are, completely, moving in different directions, and estrogen levels start to rise. So these 4 particular hormonal factors play together, it's kind of a symphony where they play together, and what ends up happening is you go into, your metabolism goes into fat storage mode. Okay, anytime you have adrenal excess, stress, okay, insulin pumping into your bloodstream, your thyroid's going to go down, your estrogen levels are going to go up, and you're going to store fat. Okay, so we want to get to a point where this gets right back into balance, okay? Now, the way to do this, and this is my favorite subject in the world, is increasing cellular energy. The way to increase cellular energy and really get that momentum flowing, where you start to feel better and stronger, you can start making better changes, is to use specific foods. Shimona was talking about the spiritual energy inside foods. Well, there are certain foods, not all foods are created equal when it comes to that spiritual life force. Certain foods are concentrated life force energy, and they're called superfoods, and there are herbs that are similar to that as well. That when you use them, they go straight into your cells, they give you lots of energy and give you that momentum. And they really allow you to reset your metabolism in ways so that it doesn't have to be hard. You don't feel like you're struggling or suffering. Now, the question that I ask myself, and that some other people might, is you all chose to come here today, and there were a lot of people that, when Shimona and I spoke about this class, they would come up to us, they emailed us, we want to come, this is the best idea, we love learning about superfoods, we love learning about the Kabbalah of nutrition, but when push came to shove, they didn't. And so you see a kind of this motion of I've got these weight loss goals, give me more information, and almost on the other hand, they're putting out a stop sign. Okay, and a lot of people will do that in their lives, where they want to learn more information, they want, teach me more, and at the same time they're putting up the brakes. Now, this happens for a very specific reason, and we're going to go into the ways that you can change this. But the reason it happens is because we have 2 parts of our mind. We have the part where we want to learn about superfoods and herbs and ideas, and then the other part of us, which is our subconscious mind, that's kind of stuck in old patterns. Okay, and this is the reason why a lot of us, we learn new things, we love the great ideas, but when it comes to implementing them, we just kind of put the brakes up a little bit. Now, we have 2 sides of our brain. We've got the conscious and the subconscious part of our mind. And the subconscious is formed from our birth until around age 7, okay? And I like to call this Plan A, okay? And then from 7 to 120, we'll say, I like to call Plan B. Now, what happens is, we have our Plan A with all of the ideas and the thoughts that we have around food and eating and any ideas that we get about ourselves, about our abilities to succeed and things like that. And they're really formed between the ages of 0 to 7. Then you get to age 40, 50, and you see a class come up, or you see ideas coming up that you're really interested in, or you start a diet, you start eating better, and something happens. And I see this all the time, where I'll give somebody the keys to the castle of all the information that they could ever need, and they'll be doing great, and then all of a sudden it'll stop. And all of a sudden there will be something that comes into it. And really what's happening is, there's a Torah concept that I love. The Torah begins with the letter Beis. It doesn't begin with the letter Aleph. Okay, everything in Torah teaches us something. The reason that the Torah starts with the second letter of the alphabet and not the first is that we're not meant to live a perfect Plan A in our life. We're meant to live a dynamic, changing Plan B. It's a second chance, you could say. Our Plan A is this early life that we had. And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with it, I'm just saying the certain concepts that we were brought into, it's time to become more dynamic and change. And the Plan B that we want to start right now is just a few little tools and techniques, a few little new ideas that you can bring into your life. The Lubavitcher Rebbe said, ideas, I'm not quoting exactly, Ideas and theories and arguments will not change a person. The only thing that will change a person is by doing. If you change a new habit, if you increase just one new habit in your life, it will soon lead to another one, and before you know it, you'll get that momentum to see some real change in your life.